Why is the agent across the town selling their listing in 9 days and over asking while you're sitting in the market for 90 days and close under?
And the difference might not be experience, price, even the market itself. It might be that this agent is now amazing with Claude AI or any other AI, and it's quietly running in their background to market their home while you're still sitting there following the before agentic AI methods.
Exactly. Therefore, in the next couple minutes, basically we are going to hand you exact 8 steps of the Claude AI system that we run every single listing that it will take on, and somehow this helps you to help you the way that we were talking, how you can sell it over asking.
And we're going to covering price, listing copy, full media kit, media on all 6 platforms, buyer outreach, showing feedback, and offering comparison, and that post-closing machine that wins you more listings. So stick around, because number 6 is the one that 90% of agents are still not doing, and that is the one that can help you the quickest. So let's talk about it.
Exactly. Therefore, let's go. So if you're a listing agent in 2026 and you are not using agentic AI, you are losing money every single sale. Maybe not somehow right now, today, but soon in the near future.
So we're going to talk about 8 specific things you need to be running on Claude the second you get a listing that works, and it used to take you a lot longer. Now it's going to be so much faster once you have systems in place. And the working difference is now it's going to sell the home faster because you're now enlisting and doing everything that you used to do faster. So we're Alan, Victoria, Prosperity Agent, and I'm so excited that we're putting our business on Claude, and I'm sharing the journey with you, because now we're going to talk about 2 different systems in Claude.
Exactly. Therefore, we wanted to talk about this Anthropic AI or Claude, and basically my wife can take on here and tell you more in details.
Okay, so Claude has 3 features. Claude Chat, which is ChatGPT, you don't really care about it. Claude Cowork, which is a good system. This is where you're going to get all your marketing information. It's going to create some presentations for you. It's going to do a lot of stuff for you that way. And then here's where Claude Code comes into play, because Claude Code is the automation feature that you're not going to sit there. And I was not a software engineer. I did not study computer science. I'm a real estate agent. Yes, I went to law school, just to give you my background. But again, none of that says I am some sort of major coder. But if I can do this, you can do this too. And here's what we're running on our listings right now.
Exactly. Therefore, the listing today is not assigned in the yard and MLS anymore. That's a basic level. What we're gonna do, a listing is in that marketing campaign that we were talking about, is a media kit, and it's a video on 6 different platforms, and it's a landing page that ranks everywhere, and it's a comp analysis that seller actually can understand and grasp it, and it's 70 showing worth of follow-up.
So basically, the agents winning right now are doing things within that 48 hours of getting the listing agreement. And they're not going in there. The agents losing are going to be typing remarks in the MLS, waiting for the photographer invoice to go on that's unpaid, and speed and polish is not the entire game. And we cannot, as human beings, keep up, but we can use the tools. And this is where Claude comes in. So the number one thing I use it for is pricing. Yes, I know I'm doing my own MLS. I'm pulling my own data. I'm not going to lie to you. I was just doing this morning. I have my own data. However, I'm going to see what Claude, first I'm asking Claude what he thinks of the data, or get his own opinion, then I'm getting mine, right? So I'm getting my own information. I'm having him run his, because this way when I come, it's more of a collaboration, because he's using the internet, so that's different. Then I'm going to go into Claude and give it to my comps, my subject area photos, the tax records, what I think of the comparison listing, and what the seller might want. If I know that, and in about 4 minutes, now I have a defensible price plan, and I'm having Claude, while I'm doing all of that, pull up things like what's going on. Do they have any permits going on in the city? Do they have any permits in the county? So Claude's looking for information for me because it's in my system while I am pulling just my comps from my MLS. So when I get back from my MLS, I have my data. He's given me some enriched data as well that I can pull myself, but he's pulling it faster from the county websites. And now I have everything that I need to actually support the pricing that I'm talking about. And I can actually talk to Claude about it, and we can argue against one another in some ways, so we can really come up with that narrative for that seller.
Exactly. Therefore, what's going to happen with all this basically previous work or whatever we did up front, all this work, Now I can show, or we can show, me and my wife, to that client the mass, and then seller sign the right and then seller sign at the right price at the first meeting, which is super important, which means we don't burn 3 weeks chasing the market down at the point. And number two, what is the number two?
Listing copy, because now listings are going to be a little different now in the world of AI. Public remarks, agent remarks, social media captions, long form blogs for my website. This is all stuff that Claude can feed me. But what I need to make sure, so I'm coming up with a listing copy. We're talking about what things might be MLS. I'm talking about what would get my listing recommended by the other AI. So if somebody's on ChatGPT or Perplexity or any of the others, they're asking what houses they might want to see, and I can now write my listing understanding how those chatbots work using Claude and using the voice that we've trained over our own YouTube videos on our own channel, on not this channel, our real estate channel. So it's really a voice that's trained based on us, and we're also writing all of our social media, the MLS descriptions, the captions. I'm really kind of refining all of this stuff. The blog posts, the emails from my database, the just listed text, all of it's coming from my voice or Al's voice, I should say. And then also there, I'm working the numbers, and we're working our information together. So you need a prompt, and then you're gonna get 6 assets that I just said to you. And you always wanna confirm, because Claude is not a real estate agent, and those, I do build in those fair housing guidelines in my automation, but you have to double check, because that is the biggest thing. It seems to wanna tell you best school zones and all of the stuff, things we can't say. But again, I just told you, you're gonna get your MLS remarks, social media captions, long form blog, emails, and just listed text, all right there the second you're putting that MLS information in there.
Exactly. Therefore, as my wife said, the agentic AI basically is rewriting the same paragraph 6 times in the different tones. And when we are done, before they are on the draft number 2 that we were talking about.
Which brings us to the media kit. So now finally, the minute the photos hit your box, now you have a structured folder, you're generating property landing page. Again, you have a landing page. Again, you've taught your AI how to make your landing pages, because that is very, very important. And you want to have those photos in a branded PDF file where you have a single website, and this is going to generate a QR code that you're going to use, and you can schedule homes, schedule the open house, and it's going to be writing the open house copy the second you get that information. Now, again, I got the pictures, I downloaded it, I've already have all the captions or whatever. So now my media kit is being created, my website's being created, my QR codes are being created, my links are being created, the open house is being created as well. And that took about how long?
Basically, that's all we talk about. It took just 11 minutes for us to approve things on our phone in the carpool line, which is crazy.
Right, so you're using on your Claude app, you have that thing that connects to your phone. Number 4 is what?
Number 4 basically is the video. But at that point, we're gonna record a single 90 seconds walkthrough on our phone. And what
we're gonna do
Claude
it 2 different
does.
ways. You're gonna do horizontal and you're gonna do vertical. So I'm gonna tell you to do it twice. Because once you get those clips, now you have vertical versions that you can be used for TikTok and Reels. Horizontal for YouTube, which is what I told you. You want to have square cut for feed. It's going to have burned in features, music license, B-roll cutaways, all there, because you can have it really kind of create 8 finished videos in one shot. And you have now something ready to go with those emails that you're sending out as well.
That's crazy, no? Therefore, one shoot 8 different videos, and the agentic AI is paying a video photographer $1,500 and waiting 8 days before even post it on the sign up for the yard. No?
Yeah.
Therefore, and we don't, with agentic AI, we really don't do that. Therefore, it's all be done automatically in a couple minutes.
Right, next one with number 5 is going to be distribution. You should be, if you haven't done it already, Claude Code needs to be set up for your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, X, which is my hardest one, and Pinterest. I guess we all have issues, right? That X is my one. And it should be on staggered schedules with specific platform for each copy, the right hashtags for each one, and a CTA going back to that landing page. So now when you're distributing, your Claude is doing it all because it has the right information. You've already written it, you have the photos, so now it's doing it itself. And the videos, now you're doing it yourself.
Exactly. Therefore, at that point, you need to watch the comment DMs and basically surfaces the real buyer leads comes to you, and filtering out the spam and the other agent that phishing and with no intent. And basically you attract the actual buyer and not a chatbot.
Right, and you can also use a bot in order to make sure that's happening. So you can have ManyChat ready to go with that as well. So when you're setting up your system, ManyChat should be something you're setting up as well. Number 6, and this is the one I told you most people are sleeping on, because we don't do enough of it right away. Yes, I know you're probably the exception, and that's okay. Now, but a lot of it, people miss out on proactive buyer outreach. Now, the minute the listing goes live, Claude can go into my bull trail, which is what I use at EXP, and it can pull it can look and read all my notes that I have, all what people are searching for, everything I know about this person already that Al has talked to, and he can pull all of this information. People who've looked at similar houses in the past, it can draft personal emails, and it can send personal texts through your bull trail right to the references with these. I wanted you to know about this house with the fence in the neighborhood that you were looking at before, and now you have quotes, and you can just ask it to send it to you for approval, or you can just, once you start trusting the system, you can start letting the system just run itself, which is again, so on one wrist, basically, you want to be able to find serious buyers for your clients as much as possible. And if you have access to your database, that's going to be something. And again, it can't do everything in your bull trail, but it can definitely read and text and email.
Exactly, which brings us to number 7, which is showing and offers. And every showing agent gets an automated follow-up text from me, from us, asking for their feedback in our voice, which is Al and Victoria's word, not a survey monkey link, basically. And what the response comes back,
it's not just showing times. Now the response comes back, Claude will summarize it. 4 agents flagged the kitchen, 2 flagged in the price, and now you're getting an email that's going to explain all of the feedback that's going to come to you that day. You can set it up however you want. Maybe you want it in the morning, maybe you want it in the evening, maybe you want it as they come in, getting an email. But this way you can send it to your client. So when the offer comes in, you can put it all into Claude. And it can give you access to your own phone. I know that's going to be a little hard for you, but basically once you have it there, then it can include, even with the seller, even if you see that there's an offer coming in, it can immediately send the net seller, if we take this offer, financing strength, financing weaknesses, and you can kind of look at it. So their sellers, through the text messages, when you get one, say, hey, offer send, it can help you read it and understand and set thereafter.
Wow. Therefore, this is going to be all hands off.
It's not necessarily hands off. You have to check it, because
you check it, yeah.
Again, maybe they're saying this mortgage company and you're like, oh, I don't like that mortgage company at all. So again, you have to train your bot. It's not just...
Exactly. Therefore, number 8 that we wanted to talk about is after sale. Basically, Claude writes the sold announcement post, draft the testimonial request, drop the close comms into your own internal database to make sure that your next CMA is actually even sharper, and then they send the months or year anniversary touch up with those clients. And remember the closing date, for example, if it's next May and you say they receive something in their inbox that, hey, I am your agent, not a random post from somebody that have never met, and this is what I have for you.
So the value of life-saving is there. Many people lose clients because they lost contact, or once the keys got hand. So this is a way to just never lose contact. And now, while one person is taking the hours to fill out the MLS, they're forgetting that you do have buyers that might actually match that. So while you are doing your due diligence, you also have, because you can't have it do everything, but you can have tools that help you do everything else faster. And this is not theoretical anymore. So let's just go through this. Cowork is your brain, your marketing brain. So you come up with the ideas there. And then in the systems, and it can write it down as a system. Then you go to code to actually create the automation plumbing that you want and create. And then again, over time, you have to pay attention and train it. But once you've trained your bots, now it's training to be in your system as well.
Exactly. Therefore, basically, you can build entire system, the listing system for your client in a couple weeks, but it pays off at the end of the transaction. and we can walk you through. Please go to our...
Hey, I'm doing it as we film this video, so that is something that's happening as we speak. So I'm happy to talk to you about
Therefore,
it.
please go to the description below, grab an appointment with Alan Victoria Pinder with eXp Realty. We'd love to help you with your real estate journey and success in your real estate journey. And we are here for you. And thank you for watching this video. And please don't forget to watch all of our playlists and comment and subscribe in our channel. And have a blessed day.